the letter of intent to go on and play college football. It's an exciting day for them, their families, and it's an exciting day for Columbia High School. These guys started out as freshmen. I'm sure this was their goal, and in just a couple minutes they're going to complete that goal. So I want to say congratulations on behalf of the school and all your hard work, but this is just the beginning. This is your ticket to help you grow, become a better person in life, and so you have a great opportunity to do some wonderful things, and we look forward to you coming back and telling us about your awesome experience. So congratulations. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Alec.
Good morning. Welcome to 2017 National Signing Day. It does me a great honor to see these guys have an opportunity to sign. You know, one thing I talk about each year is definitely giving a lot of credit to the families of these young men, to the teachers, not only the high school teachers, but from elementary up until this point, to all the administrators, guidance counselors, everybody that's worked with these young men, their coaches, their student body that supported them through the last 4 years, coming to football games, being a part of their lives as far as football is concerned. To these young men, you know how hard they've worked, all the time that's been put in, countless hours, an investment to their future. You know, this year, with these 6 guys signing, I think in 6 years, it takes our number somewhere towards 33 young men that have been a part of this football program, that have had an opportunity to go on and play at the collegiate level, get an education that if it wasn't fully free, they only had to pay a small portion for their education. You know, to my players that are out there, each year, you know, you get to see your brothers, as we call each other family every day, come up here and sign. But it's also major important for you guys to understand that they're not up here signing because they don't have the grades. They're not up here signing because they didn't pass an ACT. They're not up here because they were troublesome in school. They stayed in the disciplinary office. Their teachers, there are always headaches and problems for them. They're up here because they did those things the right way. So I got a bunch of freshmen that are in this auditorium today. I got a bunch of sophomores and juniors that are in this auditorium today. I got a bunch of guys that as they sign today, this won't be you. You know, as we talk, football is a huge part of learning life in itself. Guys, everybody doesn't get this opportunity. It's not 1%, I think, across our nation. So when you take and you look at Columbia High School, the percentage is even smaller for those that are going to have an opportunity to play. You know, this doesn't define you as far as your life and you being successful. What defines you, you know, is what football has taught you, what being here at CHS has taught you, and you going out and have self-satisfaction that you've done the best of becoming who you're supposed to be. So as you guys strive, you younger guys, these guys have done their part. This is another part of their chapter of life. But as you guys continue to strive, who's next? We're talking about it. These guys, these 6 guys will be on the wall in the office, in my office, as we put everybody that's up there that is going to college. Who's next to go on that wall? So right now, if you know all the conversations that we're having, your coaches are having with you, hadn't hit home. Maybe as these guys get up here and sign today, you start to think that could be me in 3 years. That could be me next year. That could be me in 2 years. I want to congratulate them, you know, to the families, to the parents, to all the loved ones that are here that have supported these guys. Congratulate you too as well. You know, as these guys go off, and not only have I, the principal, and a lot of others that are part of this administration and adults that are part of this staff, they've had an opportunity to go off to college. You know, it's going to be now more important than ever that at the end of the day, when you're done with class or at the beginning of the morning, that mom and dad isn't there to be your alarm clock. You know, they're not there to tell you to go to bed at 11, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Now all those principles and all those things that are part of your foundation that you've learned from your support staff, that you've learned from your coaching staff, that you've learned from all these people that have been important parts of your life, that now all those things that they taught you guys, you got to follow. Because it's extremely hard in college. You have a bunch of freedom, but you got to stay firm that this day is not the end. This is the final chapter. You guys need to go and finish, and at the end of the day, don't come back home. And when it gets tough, when football practices are hard, and those guys that recruited you and told you how much they loved you, when you get on campus, guys, I promise you, it's just like me and the rest of your coaches. As we get on to you, it's even harder. But you guys got to stay firm, believe in the principles and all the things that you've been taught, and go out and continue to make us proud. From here, I'm going to pass the mic to these guys. I'm going to let them announce where they're going. And I think everybody can see it up here on the podium, but I'm going to allow these guys to announce where they're going and say a few words. Thank you.
I'm committed to the University of the Southeastern. First, I gotta give all the glory to God. He has blessed me a whole lot and blessed me with parents. My whole family they've been with me from all the way to my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, and then also my coaches. Coach Alec is probably the best head coach I'm gonna ever have. He's done so much for this program and put us in the spot to just succeed. And Coach Martinez, probably argued with him more than anybody I have in the last 4 years. Coach Amerson, and my other coaches, Coach Coker and JC. I'm just extremely blessed to be able to have all these coaches and family that have been here to support me.
Good morning. First off, I just want to thank God for allowing me to have this opportunity. This has honestly been the best time of my life. I just want to thank God, thank my beautiful mother who has guided me through my football career and life. She has achieved so much and set the bar so high for me and my siblings. I also want to recognize my beautiful grandmother. Without her, none of this would be possible. You felt me raised and molded me into the man I am today, but I'll always be your bell. I love you both. But without further ado, I am blessed to say that I will be furthering my career in football and education at Southeastern University.
I'm Trey Sheldon. I'm committed to the University of South Sewanee, Tennessee. First, I want to thank God. Without him, I wouldn't be here. And he really gave me this opportunity and put it in front of me. I want to thank my family. They guided me through all this. And my coaches put me in a position to be here and play football and help mold me to the football player I am today.
Good morning. First, I want to say thank God for my life, health, and strength. Thank you for all the things He put me through and where He's going to take me at. And I want to thank probably the most hardest working person I know, my mother, Sandra Collins. OC, as y'all would say. I want to thank all the ones, my coaches, Coach Allen, Coach Martinez, Coach Coker, all the coaching staff, everybody pushed me as far as I could go. I didn't know I could go this far, but I would love to go even farther. And for the next 4 years, I'll be attending the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Good morning. I'd like to thank God first. Without him, nobody would be here with us signing today. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my mom and my dad, Ronald Jordan and Tessie and Williams. And I'd like to thank all my student family and everything. I'd like to thank all my coaches, Coach Allen, Coach Martinez, Coach Vernon, Coach Coker, Coach Coleman, all the whole coaching staff. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. And I would be attending the University of West Florida.
Good morning. All right, I'd like to thank God, my coaches, my family, and all my friends. They helped me through all of this, especially Coach Allen and Coach Martinez. I argue with Coach Martinez all the time. I'd like to thank Coach Cap, my D-line coach. He actually helped me through most of this. But after all that, I'd like to say that I'm committed to Alcorn State University.
All right, guys, what we'll do from here for the families, if you want to come up, get any type of photo